All right, so today we're going deep on something that's pretty controversial.
Mm-hmm.
It involves ICE in Newark, New Jersey,
Okay.
and the source material we're looking at today is this CBS News article.
Right.
Came out earlier today, January 24th, 2025,
Got it.
and it talks about this ICE operation at a local business
Okay.
that the Newark mayor is calling a raid.
Interesting.
So there were multiple detentions as a result.
Wow.
So what exactly happened during this thing? And what does it tell us about immigration here in the U.S.?
Yeah, well, it is interesting that the mayor used the word raid, right?
Right.
That kind of frames the event in a certain light before we even know anything.
Yeah, raid definitely paints a picture in your mind.
For sure.
Before we get into that, though,
Yeah.
can you remind me, what's ICE's role in all this? What powers do they actually have?
Oh, absolutely.
Especially in this kind of situation.
Yeah, so ICE stands for Immigration and Customs Enforcement.
Right.
And they're a federal agency.
Okay.
And their whole job is to enforce U.S. immigration laws.
Right.
So they investigate any violations,
Right.
apprehend individuals suspected of being in the country illegally,
Uh-huh.
and detain them, pending deportation proceedings.
Okay.
Their authority comes from all sorts of federal statutes and regulations.
Mm-hmm.
So they have pretty broad powers when it comes to immigration enforcement.
Interesting. And uh, going back to the article,
Yeah.
they keep calling this operation a raid.
Right.
What are the implications of that?
Well, I mean, raid suggests this really sudden forceful action.
Right.
Usually you think of that word when talking about criminal activity.
Yeah.
It conjures up images of heavily armed agents storming a place,
Yeah.
creating fear and disruption.
Right.
So while the article doesn't actually give any details about the operation itself,
Right.
the word raid definitely sets a certain tone.
Mm-hmm.
It probably shapes public perception before all the facts are even out there.
That's true. It's interesting that there aren't more details.
Yeah.
The article mentions there were detentions, but doesn't really say anything about the circumstances or anything.
Right.
What do you make of that, information blackout?
Well, it's pretty common for agencies like ICE to keep things quiet during ongoing investigations.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if they release information too soon, it could mess things up,
Yeah,
compromise the operation or legal proceedings.
I see.
But at the same time, this lack of transparency can create a lot of speculation and anxiety,
Right.
especially in immigrant communities.
Mhm.
They might be afraid of being targeted.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
It makes you wonder how this whole thing is playing out in the community.
right.
The article only mentions the mayor's reaction,
Yeah.
but I imagine there are other people reacting to this too.
Oh, absolutely.
What do you think?
Well, the mayor using the word raid suggests he's not happy about it.
Yeah.
But we should think about how other people are reacting